Hi, my name is Eric Lipsy, and this is Rethink with Ventre. Today I want to talk to you about getting started. Now there's three things I want you to take into consideration. The first thing is there a demand for the product or service you want to offer? The second is there room for more? And third is how will you stand out? Now let's talk about demand first. Is there a demand for the product or service you're going to offer? Let's take coffee, for example. People feel like they need coffee in the morning to get them started. They need coffee through the day to keep them going. If they're going to have a business meeting or any type of meeting, they're probably going to meet at a coffee shop. That's what people tend to do. So that's what I mean. There's already a demand there for coffee. So if you were to start a coffee shop, the likelihood of you getting customers is pretty good. As long as you're serving good coffee and you have good customer service, you're likely to get customers through the door. That's what I mean by, does that demand already exist? Coffee is something people are addicted to, so they're gonna seek that out. Now moving on to question number two is there room for more? So maybe there's 3 coffee shops on the block already. Let's take that for example. If there's already 3 coffee shops on a block and you wanna open a 4th one, you're likely to have a lot of problems trying to get customers through your door. One, you're new and they've already been there for a while, unless you're in a place like New York City where there's just tons of people around so that there's enough to still support a 4th coffee shop. Otherwise, you may want to move your coffee shop maybe a half mile to a mile away and try to capture people in that area, as opposed to putting your coffee shop right down the street or right on the same block with other coffee shops. That's what I mean is there room for more? Are there enough people not only to frequent the coffee shops that are already there, but enough to frequent your coffee shop as well? That's something that you'll definitely want to take into consideration. Now the question number 3 is how will you stand out? What is going to be different about your product or service that is going to make customers want to come to you as opposed to going to a competitor? That is something you're going to want to figure out. Because if you don't figure it out, then you aren't going to be able to stand out in that market. There's a coffee shop that I go to, and it's because they have private rooms in that coffee shop, so I can have a meeting there, one-on-one or a small group, without interference from the other noise that is in that coffee shop. That is a reason why I go there. Their coffee isn't necessarily better, but the place where I'm meeting is better. So that's something that makes them stand out over the other coffee shops that are around. So figure out what is it about your product or service that's going to make people want to come to you. So let's recap. The first thing is you want to make sure that there is a demand for the product or service that you offer. The second question is there room for more? And the third is, how will you stand out? That's all for today. Thank you for tuning in to Rethink.